Hey, what's going on, fellow captains? It's Muse. So today we have a Kraken game in arcade mode, and the reason this is kind of something a little special is if you haven't played arcade mode, there's only 5 ships on each team. So Kraken was a medal that was created for standard mode where you have 9 ships, and you have to kill 5 out of the 9. Well, in arcade mode, being there's only 5 ships, you have to kill everybody on the enemy team to get a Kraken. So we're going to be in the Renown, British Tier 5 battle cruiser, baby sister to the Hood, basically. And I use my British battle cruisers a little different than probably what a lot of people do. I run it with a secondary build. So we'll get into the build in a moment. The reason I do that is battle cruisers are all about speed. You're giving up armor for speed. So I don't want to put like an accuracy build on there where I nerf my rudder, I nerf my speed. Like agility and speed are life to battle cruisers. So that's why I run a secondary build, because it doesn't take away from my agility, my speed, anything like that. So with that, we are going to move on into the actual build, and we'll start with the modules. So nothing too wild here. It's going to be pretty standard for a secondary build. And in the first slot, we're going to have secondary battery mod 2. Makes sense for a secondary build, right? It's going to give us more range, better dispersion. And then in the second slot, we're going to have steering gears mod 2. That's going to give us a better rudder, more agility, which on a battle cruiser is a lovely thing. And moving on. And then we have consumables, and again, there's not going to be anything super wild here, what you would expect for the ship and a secondary build. So we get repair party, pretty decent little heal. Not British super heals, but not terrible either. We got our engine boost, which gives us more speed, and enhanced secondary targeting for those secondaries. And with that, we are going to slide along. And that'll take us into our commander. And as I said, I did a full secondary build. I am using Madden, which I will show you here in a second under my guys. Guys is Kara McMordoff, and Madden's going to be the commander. Our base trait is aim and fire. That's going to give us better traverse speed on the guns and a little bit faster reload time. Here's just taking a peek under the guys so we can make sure it's Madden under there. That is the British secondary commander for battleships. So that's who we're using. And the first slot, we're going to have no fly zone, better AA. Porcupine in the second slot, that's going to help our secondaries out there. And then coming down to the third slot, we're going to have Firefighter. And then fourth slot is Properly Meticulous. And then we're running with Scissors for the Legendary. We plan to be in close, and that helps out. Franz von Hipper for an Inspiration, and Haruna for the better dispersion on the secondary. So again, full secondary build. Probably not common, but it's what I prefer on my British battle cruisers, and that's my personal preference and what I enjoy, and you can see it works. Alright, so then we're going to move on into our featured battle, and we're going to be on Sleeping Giant. Again, this is arcade mode, 5v5. Arcade mode, if you haven't played it, is basically the same format as a 5v5 ranked. Same maps, same rule set, almost the same exact thing. So, if you haven't played it, that's basically what it is. And we're going to start out here. There's no destroyers in this game, so it's 2 cruisers, 3 battleships each team. These guys to the right of me are going to kind of head up towards that Charlie cap. I'm going to go poking my face into Alpha. With no DD, that leaves me free to do a lot more things. My reasoning for this is there's that gap going through, and I can also go underneath the island there, so if I need to go Charlie side, I can still get to Charlie, but at the same time, I'm not leaving this Alpha area completely vulnerable. Now, because of the way this map is laid out, that far left side of the map, people can't go down the flank on that without getting spotted, basically, so it really protects the flank on that side. And just by coming up in here and getting close enough to where I can spot anything trying to sneak down that flank, I'm ensuring this whole Alpha area is secured. So we get our first spot there, and looks like he's heading to Bravo. And I'm just going to kind of, not been spotted yet. There may be something down at the end down there, but I'm just going to keep pushing through here. See, I'm out in front, which I don't mind. British battle cruisers are kind of quick. Nothing super fast, but, you know, for a battleship, it definitely gets moving. So not a whole lot of contact here at the beginning. And then it's going to get kind of busy for a second, then it's going to get quiet again, and then it's going to get busy again. So there are some spots on some ships up in Bravo, and then this cruiser pops up right through the gap. So I'm in the Alpha cap, I'm uncontested, so I want to get the Alpha cap, but at the same time I want to help them with this Emerald, who is a bot. So I pop my brake, and we're just going to kind of see if he pushes out to where we can get a shot on him, which he's going to. And being a bot, he's going to push right past that island and give us a nice shot on him. And also, because I'm a secondary build, my secondaries are going to open up and catch him on fire, which is pretty awesome. Because that's what's going to secure me this first kill. So there we take a big shot. Hey, overpen. Lovely. But the secondaries catch him and get that fire. And that fire is what's going to get us the first kill right there. So there's one in the books. And then we see this Renown screaming off this corner here. So we're going to turn and we're going to get a broadside on him. I see he fired, so I don't have to worry about fully opening up to him right now. And we're gonna go ahead and get these torps off. And I know he's torping me right now just by his angle. So I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna beach myself, but I could care less about beaching because I'm not gonna eat torps. I'd much rather beach than eat a side full of torps. With that, we take the Renown down, little Renown on Renown violence, and that's gonna be kill number 2. There's his torps. Had we just kept sailing straight, we would have ate those. And now everybody else is on that Bravo Charlie side of the map. So I'm going to reverse here to spin myself back around from dodging the torps. And then we're going to go face first through that gap. Now there is a battleship that has not been spotted this entire time. I don't know where he is. So I want to be cognizant of that. There he goes. He just popped up. So now we know where he is. Had he not popped up, though, be really careful with going around corners, things like that. Don't want to go around and just lose all my HP. So our battleship is going to push this Leander. And he's going to eat some torps for it. He knew they were coming because he starts turning to try and find a spot in between the torps before they even pop up. Like, he knows they're coming, so he's a pretty smart player. He's still going to take quite a few, though. Leander was very close range there. So we're going to go ahead and knock this Leander out so he can't spin around and get any more torps off or do anything crazy. Our BB's low health there. So that's kill number 3. Knock out the Leander. So that leaves just the New York and the Bayern. So being that other battleship is low health, we're going to push off this corner and take the lead. It's not going to matter. They're going to focus him and knock him out anyway. I get a blind shot there. Wasn't spotted. Get the high cal off that. And now I'm going to try to use this islands to keep spot off me as long as possible. Mostly because we'd like to get this cap. We have a sizable points lead, but, you know, making sure you have a cap advantage never hurts. Sitting on 70,000 damage right now. Have all the caps. And we're gonna sneak in here and finish off this New York. Or at least try to. Shot through the gap and get a whole lot of nothing. 4,000 damage. Using the island so that basically I can face tank the Bayern while protecting myself from the New York. Now you can see when we start to come past this island, I'm going to start turning back in towards that New York and kind of go right down the middle of these two, so neither one has a really good shot on me. And we're going to go ahead and finish out the New York right there. Goodbye. And now we can fully focus on the Bayern. New York was kill number 4. And this is our Kraken kill right here we're about to chase down. So it's just me and our cruiser left. Our cruiser's over at Alpha. So it's basically a one-on-one between me and the Bayern. I get a big, nice opening salvo there. Take about 1/3 of his HP. Secondaries are doing work on him. I do have the torps. I'm gonna try to set him up a little bit for these torps. Tag him up a little bit again right there. Trying to aim above that belt. Not trying to get into his belt. Bayern's kind of tanky like that. There we go. We're going to send the torps out. And then just keep pushing around behind him. above the belt. Get a nice little shot there. Up to 114.
Not a problem
And
anymore.
here come the torps. And this is going to be game for him. Wow, Kraken. And that's all I have for you, captains. I will catch you next time. Good hunting, Pharisees. Take care. Bye.